The Marvel Universe has seen countless villains who wield immense power, but few have weaponized genetic engineering as effectively as Pandemic. As a ruthless scientist obsessed with unlocking the full potential of mutant abilities, Pandemic became a formidable enemy of the X-Men, pushing the boundaries of biological experimentation to dangerous extremes. Pandemic, whose real name is Dr. Richard Palance, first appeared in X-Men number 188, 2006, created by Mike Carey and Chris Bacalo. Unlike most mutant threats, Pandemic was not a mutant himself. He was a human geneticist with a dark fascination with mutant DNA. His ultimate goal was not to destroy mutants, as many of the X-Men's enemies sought to do, but rather to steal and modify their abilities for his own use. Palance was once a respected scientist studying mutant genetics, but his obsession with power and control led him down a twisted path. He developed a method of infecting mutants with a virus, allowing him to extract and manipulate their abilities. This virus, which he called Strain 88, was capable of rewriting a mutant's genetic code, granting Pandemic access to multiple stolen powers. Unlike mutants, who are born with their gifts, Pandemic sought to become an ultimate hybrid, wielding the strongest abilities from multiple sources. To test his virus, he targeted Rogue, one of the X-Men's most powerful yet tormented members. Rogue, whose own ability allows her to absorb the powers and memories of others, became the perfect subject for Pandemic's experiments. If he could control her ability, he would be able to harness the strengths of countless mutants, making himself nearly unstoppable. Pandemic's confrontation with the X-Men was brutal. With his stolen abilities, he was able to go toe-to-toe with some of the team's strongest members. However, his arrogance and lack of experience in using these abilities became his downfall. While he could copy powers, he lacked the instinct, training, and experience to use them effectively. Ultimately, his ambition was his undoing, as the X-Men defeated him before he could spread Strain 88 further. Despite his loss, Pandemic's legacy in mutant experimentation did not end with his defeat. His research and experiments would later influence other scientists and villains, reinforcing the ongoing fear of human genetic tampering. His story serves as a reminder of the ethical dangers of unchecked scientific ambition, a theme that Marvel has explored extensively through characters like Mr. Sinister, the Weapon X program, and even the High Evolutionary. Pandemic's time in the Marvel Universe was relatively short-lived, but his role in expanding the dark side of mutant research left a lasting impact. His attempt to manipulate mutant biology placed him among the ranks of some of the most dangerous minds in Marvel history. While he may not have reached the heights of villains like Magneto or Apocalypse, his influence continues to loom over the world of mutant genetics. With the X-Men set to debut in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there is always the possibility that Pandemic, or a version of him, could return as part of a new storyline exploring mutant experimentation, bioweapons, and the ethical dilemmas of power. If that happens, it's likely that he would be an even bigger threat, with access to greater resources and advancements in genetic manipulation. For now, Pandemic remains one of the most terrifying examples of what happens when science is used not for progress, but for domination. His quest to become the ultimate being was cut short, but his research and its consequences still haunt the X-Men to this day.